it's Leslie with another episode, or I don't know what you call them, installment of Tucson Unfiltered. Real women, real talk, real shit. As you can see, I have a guest with me in the car. This is Numerologist Patricia Kirkman. Now, Patricia, I've known you, I was thinking about this, I have known you since the early 2000s.
That's
like
right.
Back when The Point was on, 104.1
Exactly.
The Point. That's when I first met you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A long time ago. We have been through many changes, many series of events, and a lot of few fright nights too.
Oh my gosh! I have to tell you too. Like, and you're a numerologist, and you can explain kind of what that is. But you have nailed so many things through the years. I remember back in our old building, you were walking up in the sidewalk, and you literally, I was walking with you, and you were like, "What is going on here right now?" And at the time, I don't think I realized what was happening, but there was major changes going on. Like, there were a number of people that ended up being let go, and like people were flipping, like a bunch of stuff happened.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It was absolutely crazy. But it was just that gut feel, and I went, oh, it felt like somebody just went whoosh right over you, and you're going, oh my God. And that happened on a couple of occasions.
I know, you come and you're like, what is going on? So she is,
and they were never fun when they did that.
No, they usually were not. You're like, uh-oh.
Yep. And that's exactly how it started.
It was always scary. Sometimes I knew what was going on, but then, and I was okay. I'm like, no, there's, but then the other times when you'd say that, I'd be like, oh boy,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
It was always a surprise in one form or another.
Yeah.
It definitely kept us all on our toes.
Yeah, it does. Now, explain to people if they don't know what numerology is.
Okay. Numerology is very simple. It works on your given name at birth and your date of birth. And by taking a look at those, I can tell you what's happening in your life right now, what's happened in the past, what's happening in the future, and most importantly, we're all concerned about what's happening in the present.
Right.
So all of this is very available just by simply, looking at your name and your birthday.
Okay.
So if you'd like to use your birthday, month and day of birth.
Okay, so it's August 8th.
Okay.
August 13th. What am I thinking? I think I was 8 as the month, but it's August 13th.
Oh, August 8th. Okay.
So it's August 13th, yeah.
August 13th. So you look at
my birthday.
The 8 and the 13, you add it together.
Okay.
All right. So you get a 12.
Okay.
And then you add the universal year, which is going to be a 4, to that. So that gives you, you're going into a 6th personal year.
Okay.
So that tells me what's going to happen for you. It's all about family type situations, family and friends, doing more things with family. And
I like that.
to go backwards just a tidbit here, prior to October 1st, you were in a 5-year, which dealt with nothing but major changes for 1 year. And that's exactly what you were facing and dealing with. Right down everything from marriage to getting, all of it.
Yeah, I got married. In fact, on the 6th of this month, it'll be 6 months since we got married, which is crazy. Keith sold his house. I was laid off. I mean, talk about major changes.
And starting a brand new venture by what you're doing right now. Which I think is a lot of fun because it gives you a chance to look into things and make some choices and changes.
Yeah.
So it isn't just looking at a person's birthday that's important, or I should say the birth sign. It's how is it affecting us? For every man, woman, and child on this planet right now, the month of October is a preview of the year they're going into.
Wow.
So this gives them a chance to take a look at what's going on, add a little bit to it, subtract a little bit if they can.
But you have to be conscious of that, knowing that, right? That this is a preview.
If you look at the fact that it's a preview, it can help you lay things out in a positive way, or as you're going through it, you see things that aren't looking exactly like you'd like them to, you can tidy them up.
Okay.
So nothing's permanent, nothing's in concrete at this time.
Which is good, because if you realize stuff, okay, I don't want that to continue into the new year.
Right.
You can do things to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. You even told me too about like your house, the address,
house number
number can definitely
make a big difference. And first, I would look at your chart to see what numbers are good for you.
Right.
And if you're saying, well, I'm going to buy this house, and it's a number that is a negative in your chart, I would say forget it.
Yeah.
But there are numerous numbers that will be positive as well. And my goodness, life could be great that way.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it. There's so many things we can take a look at. But if you stop and think, the day we're born, That's our first numbers, our month, day, and year of birth. Then some yo-yo that has just abstracted you from your parent is going to look at the clock and say, and she was born at this time. That has an effect on us.
Wow.
Then we get somebody that says, oh, she's really cute, and we're going to name her this. And then we start from there, because every letter of our name has a number value to it.
Oh.
And so that's when taking a look at it that way, can take a look at what works for us, what doesn't work for us, what's missing, what needs to be added. So a lot of times I'll have people call and ask me they're expecting, and they're looking for a name for their child. Well, they want one that's going to go with the last name to make sure that we can cover as much territory as possible. And by doing that, those are some things you can make conscious choice of.
Okay.
The day we're born, we can't necessarily choose that one.
Right.
But there's different ways of working with things.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
That's crazy. I mean, it's good stuff, and believe me, because you predicted the whole thing. You told me when I met Keith.
Mm-hmm.
And you had kind of said that you're going to get married within the you gave me a time frame and stuff. And when I gave you the information about Keith, you nailed him about a lot of things about him that he would never admit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so him.
Well, this is the fun part about it, because we can look at how to make things better.
Yeah.
And how we can add to what we do. And even in the most negative of times, there's ways of tidying things up.
Right.
Let's take the thorn off the rose.
Definitely. Yeah, so think about that for this month. If there's stuff negatively going on that you're not happy about,
work on it.
Yeah, work on that to make sure it doesn't continue into the new year.
Oh, definitely. Because there's a bridge from where you have been and where you're going. So that bridge period, in your case, becomes a 2, where you're going to tend to be very sensitive to what's going on. And sensitive doesn't mean, the clinging back. Sensitive meaning aware of what's transpiring.
Okay.
Makes it easier.
Yes, it does.
And tell Keith he's not supposed to let you be sensitive.
He's been good about that, because I've definitely had my days, and he's been really good about picking me up.
That's what husbands are for.
Yes. Yes, good ones.
And there aren't a lot of those sometimes.
I waited a long time for this one.
Yeah, but he's special.
Yes.
And he's waited a long time for a special like you, too.
I think
It's
so.
perfect pairing.
Yeah, I think so, too. Now, people get individual readings from you and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do they contact you?
Well, they can call me at 403-4270, or they can catch me on Facebook, or they can go to patriciakirkman.com.
Okay.
So
I will make
3
sure
ways.
at the end of this to make sure I put that on the end of the I will tag the video with their information. Awesome. So, well, have a good month. Remember, it's a preview of next year. So anything negative, make sure you work on that so it doesn't continue into the new year. That's the best advice, right?
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Patricia.
Oh, it's been fun.
It was. Tucson Unfiltered. I'm going to try to get her on every month to talk about the new month and what we can all expect on it. So, again, thanks for listening and watching Tucson Unfiltered. Real women, real talk, real shit. And I will talk to you next time.